Hello everyone, DJ Collectibles 99 here, and today we'll be taking a look at the Spider-Man Hot Toys Gameverse Spider-Man. He is in the iconic suit from the PS4 video game, and I am super excited to unbox him and show you all the amazing details. He looks really cool already, so I am definitely super ecstatic. He's still in the box. I only opened him briefly to check and make sure his suit was okay, and it looked okay to me, but I never fully unboxed him, so I'm like super excited. So this is going to be a surprise. I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys, so I'm really excited. I'm excited to give my thoughts and opinions on how I feel about the figure itself. So I do have him, which I got today, and then I also, a couple weeks ago, got this in anticipation for getting this figure, and this is a Lim Toys Peter Parker head sculpt that's in the likeness of him in the game, because this does not come with a second head sculpt, it just comes with his mask, and I was a little bit bummed about that, so I was really excited to find a unlicensed head sculpt out there that would do this justice. So I'm excited to try this out for the first time and see how it looks. But first, let's take a look at the box here. The box is really nice. It says 1/6 scale collectible figure right there. It has this nice detailing right here. It looks like fabric from his suit. Really nice and really sleek. And then there is a gloss right here of him. It has like a nice gloss finish while this is matte. And then you can see the suit right there in all of its glory. This has to be one of my favorite Spider-Man suits. I am ecstatic, truly ecstatic. And then it says Spider-Man Advanced Suit. And you can see it's by Hot Toys. And then going off to the side here, I'm gonna put it diagonal because as you can see, behind him are scenes from the game, which I 100%ed and absolutely love. It's my favorite PlayStation game right now. And you can see the cool scenes. I absolutely love this box. It's probably my favorite box that I have from a Hot Toy. It's so sleek and so amazing looking. And here you can see the warnings and like a cool design around it. The Spider-Man logo. Super awesome. I'm so excited. And then right here it says Spider-Man Advanced Suit right here, and then you can see the logo right there again. Spider-Man's like in one of my top 5 superheroes, Peter Quill being my first. So I am definitely really excited to own my first Spider-Man. When you open up the box, you can see that it has a sticker, and this is what we're going to call his SpiderSense. So what you do is you pop off his head and you put it around the joint and put his head back on, and it looks like the SpiderSense is popping up. Or like a really simple effect, but it looks really cool from what I can see. I might put it on, I'm not really sure, but we'll just have to see how it goes. And it's kind of blocking the cast and crew, but I will actually take this out of here so you guys can actually see the people who worked so hard on this figure. Cast and crew. So you can see that right there, all the people that helped make this possible. And I am so excited that this is possible. I'm super excited, as you can tell. But yeah, here's him in the package, the way that you will see him when he arrives. Super cool. And I think up here we have the Spider-Man Advanced Suit again. And I think that's it for the box. So let's get this puppy open and see all the amazing details that he has to offer. Alright, so I still have the cover on here, and I just wanted to tell you that before you take out your figure and start playing with it, make sure to read the instructions, because they are very important on the care of your figures, because these are very delicate, and each suit is a little bit different. So make sure to look at the boundaries about it and just make sure that you're doing everything right. So this lasts a long time because you don't want to damage the figure. They're pretty expensive, so just a forewarning, definitely look at the instructions. And then you can see how everything is placed right here. He comes nicely wrapped with protection so he doesn't rub up against any things and have the suit damaged. So just thought I'd show that real quick. Okay, now to continue the unboxing process. And he's out of the box. I am so excited. He looks so cool, so cool. I am definitely excited to start posing this guy. I read the instructions and now I'm ready to go, and I think I know his limitations of posing. I'm going to be really careful with him because he does have a really weirdly shaped suit and stuff with, or I should say textured, not shaped, but it's weirdly textured. So I'm not really like familiar with this material. So I just want to be careful with it. So starting off with the accessories, he does come with a lot of accessories, so it's kind of crazy. But to start off, I will get the biggest things out of the way. He comes with a backdrop of New York City, which is super cool. I don't think I'm gonna be using it too much, but it is a really cool piece, and he does look really cool behind it for photos and stuff. It really just makes him like pop a lot more, and I'm really glad that they added it. It was really cool. Right here, you can see that there are his SpiderSense, and in order to use that, you will pop off his head, and this part goes around the neck peg, and it will just like literally sit on there once you pop the head back on, and it'll look like he's having a SpiderSense moment. In the glare, you can kind of see that behind is a see-through sticker with cobwebs on it, which is super cool. I don't think I'll be using that. I really don't have anywhere to put it, but really cool nonetheless. And then he has his stand, which is super cool. There's his base right there. It's got this like nice glossy texture and everything. If you get this figure, do be careful with this texture glossy base because from experience, these tend to scratch. So just be very, 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 very careful. I have the live action Belle, and she also had this very glossy base for her stand, and it is literally scratched all up. So just be very careful and mindful of this base in particular with the gloss. Another thing with this stand, this is fairly new news to me, and I'm really glad that I got this news. There has been reports that this stand can cause damage to the figure itself because this is a rubbery material. This will eventually dig in and could cause tearing and permanent creasing. So please do be careful. I highly suggest that when you're not messing around with this figure, you just have him stand on his own. He's really good standing on his own, or you could just literally buy a stand that has the crotch grab, because that is honestly your best bet with this figure. It's way too expensive to have that type of damage. So I would honestly just use this stand for photos if you're photographing them, but otherwise storing on a shelf, I honestly would just get a different stand entirely. I even tried putting, the unfortunate thing is this is very specific, and I tried like 2 different types of crotch grab stands on the back to put in, and none of them fit. So you might just have to get a different stand entirely, but it's really cool for photos for sure. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed hearing that news because I did plan on having him on the stand, but I just really don't trust the grabber here since it is a little rough on the suit, and I've seen photos of the suit just like torn because over time it just kept digging in and digging in. So that part's really unfortunate, but I just wanted to put that out there because I don't want anybody getting this figure and having it get ruined. So just be very mindful of that. Like I said, it won't happen like super quickly, so if you want to use him to put in, you know, a couple photos, definitely do that. I don't think there would be a huge problem with that, but over a long period of time, like within like a couple weeks or anything, it'll start digging in, and we just don't want that. So just definitely be mindful of that. But yeah, so there's the stand, and he comes with these different types of cobwebs right here for different types of things, as well as a cool type of cobweb that you attach to the ends of the longer ones. And the cobwebs attach to these. He comes with 3 pairs of these. The first one is just basically different types. I feel like it's like electric, compact, and standard. I don't know which ones are which, but yeah, he comes with different designs. As you can see, this one has like a nice blue and silver, while these ones are just black. And then he's wearing, I believe, like the regular ones right here. And what you do is there's like a little tiny hole, if I can get it to focus. Yeah, see that little tiny hole in there? That's where you insert the webs, and that's how you will get them to stay midair. So it's easy to pose. Right here, he comes with multiple pairs of eyes. He comes with 3 in total. He's wearing the relaxed set, and then there is a slightly squinty set right there, and then there's a super squint set right here. And then what you would do for this is you would just touch right here in the corner. His eye comes out like that, and you just kind of let it come out. Don't be forceful with it as to not damage the head sculpt or anything. But yeah, you just literally like grab that corner, it pops out, you can grab it and switch out the eye. It's fairly easy. And I've heard that from people who own older figures, that this is actually a very new mechanic that they're doing, because it used to be a pain in the petunia to switch out the eyes. So I'm really glad that that's super easy, especially for a photographer like myself. Definitely really cool. And then right here, you can see that he comes with his spider droid, which is super cool and highly detailed. He is posable, sort of, so you can bend side to side, but do not pull out on it, as it can cause breaking to the figure. It is very delicate, so do be mindful of that. You can see its cute little eyes right there. And then my favorite accessory of them all, because it's so damn cute, is Spider Plushie. Super, super cute. It comes in the same exact suit that he wears, which I think is really, really cool. But yeah, I absolutely love that. A really cute little detail, and it is made of plastic, so it's not actually a little plush. That would be a little hard to replicate, I think, in plush form, but really cute. And I will definitely have him holding that in photos at some point. Here we have a little bit of his weapons and a couple more gadgets. Here we have the trip mines, and these are actually magnetic, so you can like attach them to anything metal. It will attach to the stand since it's metal. And yeah, so basically they just go onto the side, and when an enemy walked past them, this would shoot out a web and pull them back and trap them. So really cool that they added 2 of these. That's really cool. These are, I forget what they're called, but they're like these little tiny spider like bombs. I'm gonna call it like web bombs. I think they're called web bombs. And so what you would do is he would throw them in the game, and then a huge like array of webs would come out, instantly splatting enemies and getting them stuck so that you can fight them easier without them hurting you. And that's a really cool accessory too. He has distinctive hands to hold these things, which you'll probably see when I pose him up and do a couple of different poses with him, which will be at the end of the video. And then right here, you can see that he comes with what I'm pretty sure these are trackers. He doesn't actually like have these as an option in the game that I believe, but in some story-based things, he does track people, so I think this is what he uses. So then we have this yellow thing, which I'm pretty sure is a USB drive. I know what it's for, it's on the tip of my tongue, but it is for a few missions that this is involved in, and I just can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure it's like some sort of USB or something like that that he has. And then he has a very basic black phone. It's very standard, doesn't have any type of logos or anything on it, but it does have like really nicely sculpted details like the camera. The screen is glossy, and it does have the speaker up there, so that's really cool. And then you also get extra spare pegs in case one were to break. And I did have to switch out a peg because one was a little bit loose and wouldn't stay in properly and would come out in the hands, but I switched that out and now it's working fine. And then right here we have his different types of hands. So he has fists. This one's to hold the flash drive or the phone. And then this one is just a whatever sign you want to do, or it's like his web shoot type of hand. This one is to hold the ball, like little web bombs. This is like a touch ground type one, or if you just want them, you know, like different types of web hands, I guess. But I would typically maybe use this one for like when he's touching the ground or something like that. And then he's got a peace sign. And then right here is another one of those like spider web types, or you could like make it like one of those rock symbols, I guess, if that's what that is. This one right here holds a lot of things like the what do you want to call it? Spider plushie. Yeah, this one can hold spider plushie, and I think something else, but I can't remember. I feel like you could probably also have him hold the ball in this, or the spider bombs. And yeah, so that one's like for like bigger items. And then he has a fist here. So he has 2 fists. But yeah, I think that's all for the accessories, except for this one cool accessory that I would like to show you. And I, disclaimer, this does not, again, come with the figure. This is an unlicensed piece here because it did not, they didn't make a second head sculpt. But it does catch on the same type of theme as the other box, which is really cool. I love how closely it kind of fits the theme, so it does kind of feel like it is a part of this figure, so that's really cool. I love that they took that time to detail. And if I can get the box cover off here, it's a little snug. There we go. So then it has this nice type of cover on it so it doesn't get, you know, shook around or anything. And opening it up, you have the Peter Parker head that resembles his game design. It looks really, really cool. Let's see if I can pull it out here. But I will be using this for photos too. Again, unlicensed, not part of Hot Toys, but by Limb Toys. He does come with a neck peg that you have to stick in there, and that will make it so the peg can come out, and also you can kind of adjust the head up and down because this does come out. So yeah, I definitely will be using this. I'm really excited, and I probably will display him with this head sculpt since I really like showing off the actual character's looks. But yeah, this is my unlicensed head that also will go with this figure, and I'm pretty sure it's still available at Toys Wonderland, if which is where I got it from, if you are interested in this head sculpt. But yeah, going on to the figure itself, you can see that it has a really, really nice texture in the blue and in the red. It's just really, really nice. It is like this rubbery plastic material, so when you're posing them, do be careful. It scrunches, and if you leave them in a pose for too long, it could cause damage. So I would keep him in a museum pose, very standard for on the shelf, which is a bit unfortunate, I know, but better be safe than sorry, because like I said, these are expensive and you really will just want to have them for a long time. So just definitely take care and use extra caution when having him on your shelf for display. But he should, if you follow the directions, be able to pose in the way that you want him to for photos, and he's absolutely amazing in that spectrum. He's very highly posable, which I will show off later. and is very cool. You can see that he has this Spider-Man logo right here, which is like a little bit of like a glossy, very like smooth type of finish that's stitched into the fabric or printed on maybe. But yeah, it's really nice, and the suit feels really sturdy, and it's actually like the body is like rubberized underneath, so you can feel like it's like a jelly type of material, like a stiff jelly. And it has like a muscular structure to this suit too, to beef him up a little bit. But yeah, you can definitely see he has a really, really great muscle definition like he does in the game, because this is an older version of Spider-Man in the game. He's not his young self like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is like a much older version, so he's a little bit more experienced and beefed up. And yeah, you can see that he has so much texturing in the suit. It's honestly really amazing. The blues and everything, and the way that it's stitched, and you can see all like the stitching designs throughout there. It's really nice. And then he has white right there on his cuff, which very nicely translates into the hands. And then it cuts off right there at the belt area, and goes into web designs, and then goes back to blue. Again, really great texturing right here. I love the line texturing. It looks so seamless and really great, and they actually like stitched up to the sides, so it just doesn't seem as prominent, which I really, really love. And then his shoes right there, which is really, really cool. There is articulation in the toes as well, so if you can gently like lift up on it, you can see the articulation in the toes, so that's really cool. And then it goes up right here, which these are separate pieces glued on. They recommended that you do not like pose the feet by pressing on this, because it could cause damage to this, so be extra aware of that. Again, more of like the texturing in his leg area. Spider booty. And then you can see that he has his white logo on the back, which is a little bit blocked because of the stand itself, but I will try and pose him up so that's a little bit more visible. Yeah, you can see that right here, the head, in order to detach to put on this piece right here, it is a plastic piece, so this is not a fabric like this, and will come off, of course, for the one SpiderSense thing that they did. But it is very nicely textured. It is perfect and matches the suit pretty perfect, so you don't really see that detail from the front. But yeah, I think that is it for him as well. I think that he is absolutely amazing. I would definitely be extremely cautious about the suit itself. That's my main worry. And just be extremely cautious when putting things like this on the webs, because you gotta just be, you know, just take your time so you just don't break the figure. But yeah, I'm absolutely speechless with him. I really can't wait to start posing him up, and I will post pictures at the end of the video so that you guys can kind of see him in action and see all of the articulation and everything that he can give. But yeah, I think that's it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!